All right, guys, we got the Banks oil pan behind me right here. So we're gonna be installing this today on my Duramax, my 2022 Duramax. And again, you're gonna see a lot of like how to do this stuff here. So we're not gonna do crazy like a how-to video and go through a bunch of steps, but I do wanna show you what's coming in the box. You're gonna get everything that you need. This is gonna help remove all the excess, what do they call this stuff? The RTV on your stock pan. So it's gonna take some time, but this will help finesse, get that whole thing off. And then we got all new hardware here for your oil drain right here. We got that for the side of the oil pan. And I don't even know what that is yet, but I'm sure we'll know right away. So anyways, we're gonna dive into it. This is a really nice finish. There is other ones on the market that you guys have seen, but they are nothing like this in the Banks. And even the way that this is constructed, I'll go over that in a little bit too when we have it underneath the truck. But this is constructed out of a different material and everything, and the whole process of how they make it is a little bit more expensive, and it's just a nicer, clean finish. It's very consistent all throughout. So yeah, let's dive into this. I'm really excited to get this thing on. At the time I'm filming this video, the one for the 2020 and newer trucks, the transmission one is not available. So pretty excited to do this. The cool thing is my truck has a lift on it, a lift kit. So when we throw this on there, it'll be a little bit different than their video, which I think is a good thing because we don't need 50 install videos out there. But mine having a lift kit and the different cross members and stuff, I can help tell you if this is gonna make it a little easier or harder, or maybe it's the same process in getting that oil pan on. I know that it's pretty close to the differential and stuff up there. So yeah, let's do it. Hang in there with me. It's like 11, 12 o'clock at night. Been working on the truck, but I really wanted to do this project. And I've been super excited to do this. So we're gonna dive into this right here. So we're making some progress. You can see we're using some screwdrivers, some of the tools, or the tool that's included from Banks. So far, we're kind of having to use a couple different things depending on what area we're in, because this isn't very long and it's hard to get a hammer in there, but it's been pretty helpful. I'm glad that they did include that. But you're gonna definitely need, in our opinion, some other tools until maybe we see a install video from Banks, but at the time there is nothing. So we got this front part kind of loosened up. We're gonna get to the other side of the back and hopefully this guy drops down. Wow, they weren't joking. So we kind of mangled this thing getting it out, but it only took us a couple minutes. And you can just see there's a ton of oil. That's a lot. Man, I feel like I'm just looking at a gallon right there, and I feel like that's definitely more than a quart for sure. That's a ton of oil. And we even got some up there on the top. And this is when I fully drained it. You can see the drain plug right there. That's a trip. They were not joking. But anyways, we pulled the sensor and stuff. This is not all like part of the instructions at all. But us having this cross member here, we were not able to drop past the sensor to pull the pan out. So, and we didn't want to remove this. So we just removed these two bolts. And then these two bolts that are in here, which they're all sitting right here. I just use a little ratchet wrench. So we're gonna get all this cleaned off and then redo the process to put it all back on. But overall, it's been really easy so far. The big thing is just kind of making a little bit of a mess, and that's just super concerning, and that's really disappointing when it comes to doing your oil change, man. Like, you're putting brand new oil in, and then you have all of this is just completely black. So definitely a huge selling point on the Banks. I believe you can tell right here where the oil pan is at. It's not raised or anything. It's all gonna go straight out that drain. And then right here, it's in this weird spot where it also doesn't, it's not at the bottom, and it also has this lip to it you know, for added strength, obviously, in the way they designed this. Totally gonna get made fun of for this. So these are our measuring devices. These are Banks beakers, painted Banks red. So now you can see we have those two full, and then we get, you know, like minimal residual in here. So these could literally be completely topped off. All right, so we did some math here. Each one of these Banks cups, and they partnered with like Vaughn's and Walmart and dude, like Target. You can buy these Banks cups anywhere. These are 16 ounces each. So that makes it 32 ounces, and 32 ounces is 1 quart. So since that's 1 quart, yeah, I think they're pretty much spot on with what they said. I thought that was more for some reason, but you're literally left with a quart of dirty oil every time you do your oil change. So I'm pretty excited to get the new one on there. Yeah, so had to do a little bit of math to figure out what these cups are, and obviously they're solo cups, guys, but it's funny that they're red. And these are 16 ounces, and I just wanted something to measure because I don't have any beakers or anything here right now. So kind of cool. Got those measured, got that guy off, cleaning up so we can get the new Banks one on. We'll get some of this 1540 from Hot Shot Secret. They got some of the best oil for this truck, at least in this application. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, then go find that AC Delco filter I have somewhere. I'm not even really sure where I have it at. So, but anyways, get this whole thing done so we have like one of the best oil changes. Not only using the best oil for my application, but I get to start completely fresh for this oil change. So I'm super excited for that. So thanks for hanging in there with me. Let's jump to the next part. We just wanted to make sure we had some extra room, so we just removed the cross member for the lift. Just gonna wipe everything down, and again, just wanted a nice, clean, easy install. So we just took the couple bolts out right here, and then dropped the subframe bracket. Getting the stock one out was not really a big deal with that bracket, but since the Banks one is bigger and deeper, we just went ahead and removed it. So getting into that next spot now, we've kind of cleaned up with a razor blade as best as we could, out and around on the edges, and we're gonna jump into that next part pretty quick here. Finally kind of got everything together, and we're about to drop the truck down so that way we can start filling up the oil. So this is pretty much the last you're gonna see of the Banks oil pan, at least with me standing underneath the truck. And then we'll try to see if it's visible at all from the outside when it's all done. But that's all it right here, guys. All right, guys, here. So check it out. I got the truck behind me. It's a couple months later. Never got to like actually take the moment to like finish the video. I get so scatterbrained when I'm filming. I have so many incomplete videos. So here, we're gonna finish this one up, and I want to show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna lay down on the ground here, and boom. So I mean, you can't see it unless you crawl under the truck, but what a cool setup. We're doing some different stuff to the skid plates on this truck right now, so keep that in mind. I took my Cognito skid plate off, and I actually have another one in the box that had just showed up. So that's pretty cool. Let's go take a look at the front and give you guys a little sneak peek of something I'm working on too. Let's see here. Yeah, so you can see it up in there. I'll give you guys a little glance of what's prototype going on right here, but I am making a box steering stabilizer bracket for these trucks, and this one's not, it needs a couple little tweaks because I want it perfect, and it's taken me a really long time, but that is fully functional, and technically I could mass produce that with the stabilizer and it would work just fine for you guys. But I want to fix the geometry a little bit and make some tweaks first. So when I've been telling you guys I'm working on it, it's on this truck and it does make a big difference. But nonetheless, the oil pan, I mean, so I was trying to tell you guys, it does not hang down past anything on the truck, but it does hang down enough that the air is going to be coming through those fins and everything and cooling it down. I did appreciate the more capacity that it has. Obviously I haven't been able to do an oil change yet, but it's going to get rid of all or way more of that oil than you did with the factory pan. So overall, just a huge upgrade, and I can't wait till they get the transmission pans ready. I think they're pretty close at the timing of me filming this part. And then obviously I think I mentioned in the video a couple months back they were maybe targeting for like Christmas, but it's really hard to say. So many moving parts with that stuff, so probably stick to our website and the bank's website for the latest updates on the Transpan, but I'll definitely be doing that when that time comes too. So that's all I got for you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Appreciate it. Subscribe, comment down below, let me know what else you guys want to see me working on and talking about, So, but you guys subscribing to the channel, there's still all those analytics out there that show me that like 90%, 95% of you guys are not subscribing. So do it, please, because that's what motivates me to do more of these. And yeah, just keep it real with you guys. I really like that upgrade, and I think you guys will too. So no leaks, no issues. And again, I've had it for a couple months and gotten to tow with it and everything. And it's awesome. And it matches my diff cover. Love that thing down there. That thing's pretty sweet. So see you guys.